Present is, you guys like to just grab a chair, Mike, we just start. Everybody's present except for Brad O'Donnell, Debbie Hess, and Warren Day. Go ahead.
You get what?
Yeah. Not too bad, no. Any later, they would lock the door.
Just for those who came late, there's a group that likes to go in open public meetings, and that's what we do.
That's Jack Lance from Open Doors.
Lance,
Yes. How are you?
Hi.
You want to sign a waiver or something? No. Just come here. For the best.
Wind blow.
Okay, everybody get a chance to review the minutes?
The only correction I have is under number 3, Brian Slough's last name is.
Still?
I keep.
S-L-A-U-G-H.
He doesn't mention it, he's not.
No, he's not concerned. I just, my own proofreading.
S-L-A-U-G-H.
Yes.
Any other comments to the minutes? Any motions to approve minutes? Any more
That
comments?
was here.
I don't know if anything that one is.
I vote, can I do it? Okay, motion to accept the minutes with the one change from Warren.
All in favor? Status reports, flying feather farm, anybody have any updates on that?
No, I have not heard that from the county yet. I know they were looking into other options, like conservation easements, things like that. I did not hear back from them.
Is it worthwhile to ping them and send them, let you know?
I will.
We just be patient or?
Yeah, just be patient.
Okay.
They'll call me, or I would guess in a few weeks.
Any more updates on the Swede Run Barn, House Dutch Barn? What you saying? That's just all right.
Yeah, I haven't done anything.
I think there's just a funding issue, I think they're still waiting for some funding to finish that off. I mean, that's pretty stable.
Who's that?
I think there's a committee involved, I think it's Schill.
Yeah, Dave.
Malkovich, is that the name?
Yeah.
Maravich. Julie Maravich, Historic Society. Julie.
So, but the ball's in their court.
Well,
Historical
yeah,
Society?
yeah, but they're waiting, they have contractors that do it when they have time. It's not like the contractor's priority, and that was part of the reason during the winter, things got delayed, and they,
Just has to move
But
forward.
the last I heard, they were supposed to start on it, but I don't know.
Virgil, I think, must invest in. Okay, open space parking, Mr. and I, Stephen Haley,
And I didn't work on that. So I haven't done it before.
But you have been working on it.
I have been working on it, yeah. I've got 2 more drawings to do, and then I go and yours.
Have you talked to Ken, let him know you're stopping and discuss that? You might
No.
give him a heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will, yeah, I'll surprise.
hiking program, anything more go?
I do, I have a show and tell over on the other day.
Tomorrow.
No, I want you to come over, because there's sudden order. Okay, cheapest, this is that faux cloth.
It's not the logo, just.
Right, that's of our logo. So these are units, unit prices at 500 and 1,000. Each one all the way down to what feels really nice, soft cotton is the most expensive than that. Some of them are simple. Some of them have a pouch and or the main body and a separate pouch.
So basically $1 to $2.45 from the cheapest to the.
Oh, up to 245, that's not bad.
So I guess people in the fabric business called that too? Got a nice cotton feel to it?
Oh, I see, yeah, it really, two.
Which one do you like those?
Well, I like the expensive one.
Does the expensive one have a pouch?
No, it doesn't. I think you can't buy fabric. This one's nice in that it's got the second thing. If you were to, put, I don't know, something in there and your wet t-shirt or some runny food inside, you can keep it separate. That was nice about that. No, it would get dirty using that thing.
You like those over?
I do.
That's on the front of our brochure.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's really nice. I like it's catchy.
So do all of them have this little, is that it?
No, I think that's,
Just the.
I think these two do, right?
But they would all have this,
I like this one. Because I like the fact it has a zipper. And I like the fact that the zipper is wide, whereas this one, if you had a book, this would be a little bit harder to get a thicker book through here. That it would fit nice easily in there. You know what I mean?
And still make this like so much more for like the extra
Which is
39 cents there.
What, for this is, I guess we're paying for that, but yeah, because
I like number 4 also. The one with the bigger zipper. I'm either
I don't know if
either
Carrie's
low
will
end,
sit
I'm
on
either
that.
low end, this one or the number 4.
I like four as well.
4 is fine, no. I mean, the prices are reasonable, but $2.
the 160. Well, we bought 1,000 of them, and we 150. Yeah, that's nice. But would we need 1,000?
I'm just surprised.
What's the difference in price? Well, it's a 10-cent difference with,
How many kids in the 4th grade level? Yes, we probably have 500.
It's only 10-cent difference, you might as well just say 500.
yeah.
If
Well,
500,
they-
500,
how much money?
I think we'd be done, we don't have any left over.
Maybe you want the leftovers,
Yeah.
yeah.
For the,
Because if it's successful one year for the 4th
Right.
graders, and then the following year, you
Right,
might do it again.
then you only print every 2 years.
Yeah.
Siblings and all like that, too.
I want one. It's got the parents that want one, right?
Yeah, it's a nice
The mother-
hat. I
No,
use
we
it
get- no,
for
we
my
get-
son's college.
No.
Yeah, they're very usable. Yeah, it's a great bag.
Looks nice, though.
Yeah.
So who pulls the trigger on the order? Who does that?
Once you decide that that's what you want to do, but it is, have you collected enough money?
I don't know, that's the thing, I don't know anything
You
about
was
that.
tomorrow, was involved in it. Because probably we need to talk tomorrow and say, at least we pick the bag, and then it'll be if there's enough funds to do it. And then go from there and just make the order.
Yeah, 750. 750
Is that what it would be?
plus tax. I would.
No, there's a setup, there's usually a setup for these two.
Oh.
If you're getting that many, I don't think it's certainly not that much. We buy.
You didn't talk to me about it, so, by the way, this is a Morristown company, over in the industrial
Oh,
park
good.
off of Church Street. If you, gosh, where the old town hall, where the police station was, that driveway.
Arts and crafts?
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh, good, that's terrific.
Is it Tucson? Is that what it is? Helena Avenue is their address. Anyway, Debbie Browning had them do work and was, she got on to them because her kids, same age or something like that. Anyway, they are really service-oriented, they're very accommodating, hardworking, quick to respond, so
Okay, so we'll present this to tomorrow and see if we can get that, find where the funding is.
I have no idea.
we already have the bond prepared, so we were anticipating spending $300,000, but we need about $65,000 more than that. The two options would be to pay the difference now out of the open space fund, and the other option would be to go back and amend the bond. The way that council would like to proceed is to pay the $65,000 now, which is actually over the life of the bond going to end up taking less money out of the fund, so I think that's the way to go. So I wanted to just like kind of let you guys know this is coming, and that it's going to happen, see if you have any feedback. But, you know, if we're going to be paying it out of the fund, this is the way to go.
Well, that brings up another question then. The answer to the question was why did our, for maintenance double from last year? So they went from $60,000 to $120,000 for maintenance.
Right.
And, you know, they said there's more people in the program now taking care of properties. There's not any more property than what there was last year, so why is it costing us twice as much now?
Because there's more people.
That doesn't matter, they're doing the same amount of work, so they have too many people, they're gonna be billing us.
More people from township
And
employees.
Township employees in public works now as opposed to being trash.
They took
Right.
the
Yeah,
trash,
see,
it's a
that-
separate issue.
But it's kind of, you know,
No,
it brings,
and
it's
I
all
do
brings them
understand.
together, you
Yeah,
just keep take, and, you know, it's frustrating. You know, I mean, I walk, Swedish Run all the time, and there's no maintenance over there, none.
Right.
So they keep saying they're using so much money for maintenance, and, you know, I don't see it happen, I see it the same every year. And why is it $120,000 this year?
I do understand the frustration on that, but as opposed to spending that on salaries, this is for an actual improvement.
Oh, I understand that, I understand that,
Well,
but,
one thing, just if I could add one thing, they have got that $325,000 grant. We haven't got the check yet from the state, but all the paperwork is in. That goes into the trust fund, the open space trust fund also. So it wouldn't be, you know,
no,
that's
it
a
wouldn't
good
be a total draw,
timing,
but
timing
we
is
should,
right, because we haven't had it.
I agree,
Which grant is that?
It's
Which grant
It was for the healthy, for, you know, veteran and then healthy member coming 3
Yeah.
acres. It was a 3 acres. So we
I-
were lucky to get that grant.
I agree, it's probably the right thing to do, but I'm just trying to, you know,
No, I-
be mindful of all the expenses going out, and, you know, I don't think we had answers from the previous one before. So I understand that they need an additional $65,000, and, you know, open space, it is kind of an open space thing, but going forward too, you know, what's the life expectancy of the repairs? Is it gonna be 20 years? Are they budgeting enough to put aside for that for 20 years from now? They're gonna just kind of hit us again, or is it gonna be, you know, it's more to it than just keep taking, you gotta budget things.
Well, hopefully this repair, I mean, it's long overdue, this should hold us for quite a while. You know, I don't know I can't tell you off the top of my head what the integrity is or how long it'll last, and we can find that out.
No, they did, what they did the last time they dredged, they did a Band-Aid repair, I think I could call it, but it's not necessarily, they did actually minor repairs to the dam when they did the dredging, because it was, some of the stones were falling out then, they actually
Right.
touched them up then. I don't recall the extent of it, but or that was an additional item or included in the dredging.
Yeah.
Well,
This will
right
be
now-
more expensive.
Right now, there is another study going on that Chet Dawson is dealing with the chairman of the environmental committee for the cleanup of the lake. They hired Princeton Hydro.
And that's for the heavy metals in there, the pollution there, or is that
That's
the?
what's causing it to silt up and all the
The
silt
silting.
growth and the lake is really going downhill.
Fast,
And
right, especially
and that's
up-
why they're
upriver.
doing this study and they've got that started now. I'm thinking that should be done. Did Chet talk about that with you? Well, I know I had his last email, but I'm thinking maybe in 3 or 4 months, the study should be done.
Oh, yes.
Then there'll be recommendations to clean the lake too, so between the dam repairs and the cleanup of the lake, it should bring the lake hopefully back to normal.
Are they two different line items? Dredging, when you say cleanup, that's dredging, get rid of the stuff?
I don't know.
It's not.
Well,
What
the actual repairs, what they were gonna be.
Is it
and I
just
did not see that.
stonework that the?
No, I think in the lower band, Mexicans Highway, they have to do the ends that you were just referring to. I don't know the technical name for them, but they're not permitted now because of the flood hazard. The existing status of that,
If you call it gate valves, are they?
I'm not talking valves, I'm talking structure. So
Yeah.
if the valves are part of the structure as intended, I'm not sure, but I know those ends will be taken care of. Because that's.
Do you think of this as just a masonry repair? Is that?
No, that's what they, I think it's more.
It's $365,000, it should be,
Right.
no.
I don't know what all's involved, because they've been dealing with the project, I'm only hearing about it secondhand because of the open space.
When did the RFP go out? When did that go out?
Like I said, it's,
It just came in.
Did it close, the RFP close, right?
Who's the contractor?
You know, I don't know the bidder yet, we haven't had it ready, because we're not prepared to award it, because we have to figure out where the funding is
Right.
coming from.
Do you know how many bidders? Just curious.
No, okay, but,
Well,
I
do
think
they
I-
drain it to work on it? I don't think they would.
Sometimes they put in, bulkheads around it, and then drain immediately next to it, pump it out. and
It
work
won't
on that.
affect the study because the lowering of it is not that great.
study said some places are 2 feet deep, and others 6 at the maximum, so it's really gone, you know, some areas it's really tough. But I would just
So
look
maybe
at it
full
like the
sill?
whole, like right now, it's time to fix the lake, you know, and look at it like that. So,
But the 365 is not to fix the lake, it's only to fix the dams, so that's a start, but. Well, we don't have much say in the matter, but.
well, you know, I didn't want, you know.
I'm
you to
not
feel-
blunt.
No, well, that's fine, I didn't want you to feel like we were, you know, kind of doing this, like trying to just do it without letting you know. You know, I wanted you all to be aware, because, you know, obviously, anything that we take out affects our ability to make acquisitions in the future, but I really think this is a very small investment to make in a very important project, so I hope you agree.
I do agree. I think bricks and mortar, I'm happy to pay for. I guess it's almost a second issue, this slide of, the gray slide into, more and more money being coming out for maintenance. And then, look, I do, Harry walks that field, I walk the sports field in, on Church Street. And there is, it's very little maintenance or demand of the users and participants to keep it clean. And after every weekend, it's just full of garbage and trash, and just hundreds of bottles and all over. And then and yet, there's more and more maintenance dollars going toward it, and I don't see it, he doesn't see it. So, I mean,
That's a good point. So, for instance, if we became very specific, or told them what we felt, like a wish list of what we would wish, you know, with additional man hours, since they were paid, it's being paid for, if with the additional man hours, what would you
Then they could hit you for more man hours if you tell them what you want done.
specifically?
You start telling them what you want done, they're gonna say, okay, it's 112, they want this much more, so it's gonna be 150 now.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
Accountability for it, that's all it comes down to. It's gotta be, you know, I hate to micromanage, but, you know, it seems like it's,
not in our job, too.
no, it's not. But they're taking money out of for our funding for our job. That's what hurts.
Yeah, and it's not a small change, it's a significant amount, isn't it?
it's about a quarter of the trust fund, I'd say the total
Well,
collected every
And
year.
from one year to the next year, it's,
It grows every year, you know?
Well, it did this last year. But no, it's something that wasn't done 5, 6 years ago. All the money in the trust fund went to acquisition, and it was decided
Yep.
to start to use them for other
so how
purposes.
can we ask about
We
that?
never had Tom Rochelle come in here, right, to
I invited nobody to come.
okay, still a decline.
I didn't invite him back
Okay.
once the budget was,
Right.
and that was enough of that. I've not heard.
How about Ken, should we invite him?
To talk about what?
Maintenance of the property, so where, you know, if we can't get it from the financial guy, we go to the guy who's spending the money.
I can
I think
invite
you
him.
suggest to go to Scott if you go to anybody.
We're still in this recession. I've had a lot of see, anybody writing a budget's gonna look for that money.
I understand that, but it's our job to also protect that also. Now, if real estate does turn around and property starts getting more expensive, it's gonna be harder for us to buy property, but it become more expensive too, so it's a catch-22.
But the town over the last 15 years has acquired a lot of acreage. I know I handed that out before, I mean, that was good, it's because there was that ground left in town.
Yeah,
There isn't as much.
and then there was some funding from the county that gave us,
Funding from the county.
That helped us
gave
out also.
25%,
25%,
acres gave us
over
50%.
five, right.
So you could buy more,
right,
but until the state, that's why I'm so interested in getting the county involved in applying together, so we don't have to pay the whole way. And that's why we were lucky to purchase so much ground over those years. We had the trust fund at that time collected 6 cents on the dollar, now it only collects 1. And Green Acres paid half, and the county paid a quarter, so we only had to pay 25% of that. So during that year, I think the town and this committee made the most of that and acquired, all the sites that they acquired and helped pay for the county, the ag center.
and if you look at the percentage that the township took out of the fund over time, it was probably a small percentage, rose every year to 25% now.
Well, it was always, I think, wasn't it always 60,000, the last since they started?
Right, so it was a small
But it
percentage.
became a bigger percentage as the percentage collected. The resolution that allows the township to collect the cent-wise gave the township the option to go from 1 to 6 cents. So there were probably 3 or 4 years where the township collected the full 6 cents.
Right, and now we're down to 1.
Now they're down to 1.
Right.
That's was to help cut taxes and other things too. So,
But the amount of money coming in, the amount of money going out,
but we're still collecting
for
money.
maintenance.
Right, but we're still collecting money, but you have to remember too, if the township does buy a piece, we don't have to have in the trust fund the full amount for that.
Right, they can pitch in the rest of whatever
Right,
they
they
do,
can
right.
bond for it and still try to get grants, whatever.
But it's nice that you don't have to bond for everything all the time, because then that's actually 20-year payout.
Mortgaging the
Right,
future,
right.
right.
But there were properties we did buy, Gifton, the open space was just purchased for $1 million right out of the trust fund, other properties.
Out of the trust fund, not with the township pitching in, or is it,
No, it's just all out of the
Right.
trust fund, it was $960,000.
Right, those are the nice ones,
That's
what
it.
you got.
Was paid cash for, I think, Locust Street Park was paid cash for all out of the trust fund, and the other money was all bonded, probably $4 million, I think, just from Green Acres.
Can you express our concern to Scott or wherever it needs to be done?
No, it's
We're concerned about all this, that.
with a 1 cent drop, or with a drop from 6 to 1 cent,
Well, I'm not
and then
gonna-
even more being taken out of
Right,
it.
right, right.
That's the concern.
And I would like to add that, STEM has the NAC committee, the Natural Area Care Committee that works
Volunteers.
once a month
Right.
on second Saturday of the month. And they are struggling to find volunteers. And the workforce, or the volunteer number is reducing and getting older and older. And so this problem is not gonna get better. I only foresee it being more of a problem. So somehow it would be a good idea to address it sooner rather than later.
To go to Scott, seems like it'd be good to have a focused list of things.
Right, well, like,
So,
things we
so-
discussed last month, I thought Mara was gonna go to Scott and talk to him about those other different issues, and probably just get in touch with Mara, see if you send a letter to Scott and council. That's what I think you should
Yeah, she
always
did
cut
reach
to.
out to Scott.
Yeah,
We
right.
don't have movement on everything that we had talked about, but at the council meeting yesterday, we did ask Scott to kind of move to the next step on the Sweet Run improvements. And
Oh,
to
good.
start to
Good.
I was gonna come yesterday and stand up and.
Glad you did
So,
that.
it was the solicitor's opinion, we should not just go in and take things out, even though that's probably the more direct way to do it, but at this point.
Well, you go in there and you stake it where it's gonna be, and then you know it's gonna be.
The zoning
And they can
officer
transplant it across the
should be
path.
directed to get involved with this.
Oh, that's terrific.
The zoning officer went.
Well, the Ozone has, that's the
Well,
problem.
I guess
right?
well,
It's not, I don't mean his
Yeah.
problem to do it, it's just, he has no authority on the township piece. Like it's, it comes down to, does he cite the township for the violation? It's not the guy encroaching over on it, we've already let him in, so I don't know what.
I don't know
they
exactly
did.
what
Yeah.
method they're gonna go through, but I'm gonna keep that Scott to make sure that we're moving forward, because that was the kind of consensus a weeks ago.
What about the tree house, did he say whatever?
That should be, that was addressed, we're not gonna do that, but that
Right,
needs to come
that's
down.
something.
I don't know.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, we're getting ahead of
Yeah.
ourselves, that comes up later on, so let's go along the list here, so.
Right.
That was
Well,
with Dan
wait.
Perry.
Close that out, so there's some big concern that we need to pass on more about the taking up the salaries for maintenance, is the money for the down payment comfortable with that one? And, is that something
Yeah,
that's?
not with me, but I understand.
Yeah.
The extra
it is.
cost.
It isn't that.
It is, you're comfortable with it?
I
I'm not comfortable with it, I think that, it's necessary. Yeah.
You're talking an additional
That's a lot.
65,000.
So their estimates were off by 20%?
Well, it was a combination of, it being a somewhat low estimate to begin with, and then the estimate was from several years ago, and, things always get more expensive as they
So
go.
with that additional 20%, how does it compare to the other estimates at this point? Assuming you took the low bid, right?
Yeah, it's the low bid.
So even with that 20% added on, it's still a low bid? Huh.
That's why we're
What happens
Is that
there,
much
the person who prepares the RFP comes up with a basic dollar amount that's gonna happen. Those guys are never accurate. Even the guy from town hall was off by a lot. That's what the problem was. They try to get the money down to the actual number, and it's never, right? There's no skin in the game for that guy who does the RFP, because he's just writing some numbers down. He doesn't, if it's over budget, he doesn't get penalized. He's just presenting the numbers to town council for that, correct? And
Well, he does based on the current cost.
You-
or what the-
Right, the only thing you can do
It's
is
just like
not use his services anymore, go on to someone else who's maybe more accurate, but that's,
So that's the way it goes with,
Yeah.
those projects. Okay.
It's not uncommon for something
Right.
like that to happen.
especially something underwater.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
$100, that's tough.
all right. Moving on.
It's a good group, I think, and that's just that the committee, I guess,
Discuss the,
discussed the
yeah.
increase in the majority, felt it was the needed expense, or the proper way.
I don't think there's necessary for a vote for that, right? There was just a discussion on it.
Yeah, we don't have to go.
All right, new business was Westfield Road Water Tower site relocation, existing fence.
So that's part of the drawing that I didn't do. I haven't seen it. That Kenny, what happened. And then, I won't see it, right? We're all good.
Well, September, I think, is next month.
September.
Promised by September.
All right. Anything new on Winter Farm or Muller Road?
I received an email from Mara that she was looking for the address. She had sent the letter out already to everybody to review and make comments that she was ready with the letter. That was right during the move. Our computers were down for a couple of weeks. I couldn't get into a program that I use to look up block and lot and addresses and stuff. So she was looking for the proper address to send to the family. I don't know if she received that or not, but I couldn't give her the information.
And it's on here, this is the block, 100 block one.
Yeah, that's why I put a block, because there's 3 winners. There's the old Winter Farm on the county, is ML winner, and now this is the winner. What's this, Winter Card or something?
I'm beginning to remember. You're close.
Any other new business? I'm gonna ask more about the contacting and stuff, just keep with that stuff, all that's. All right, open space violations and encroachment, that's, so you got something for that?
Well, not really anything else other than.
When you,
what I
yeah,
said.
well, that's why, I'm gonna put it in now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got a little ahead of us.
Jump all around there, my apologies, I wasn't paying attention.
So, yeah, we will, there should be some of that coming out now.
my suggestion for that would be, if there are people who are encroaching, have a sign, I don't know if you have to do something that's, an ordinance to say, that your border open space, beyond this sign is open space, do not disturb area, and then put an ordinance number at the bottom, I don't know what it takes to get an ordinance done, and say, do not remove this sign either, because this is, they removed the
There
sign.
would already be, you're not allowed to encroach on township.
Yeah, I know that, but then just, and you don't have to put them behind everyone's property, but only if they look like they're encroaching, you just go over by the ground and say, listen, you've been served almost, and everything beyond here is, and if you take the sign out, then they're in violation of an ordinance, and then they can be cited then. You know what I mean? That's something I think that would be worthwhile to look into, I mean, it's,
Is a letter gone out to any of the homeowners?
yeah, around January, they have 9 days to reply.
Did anybody
No,
respond?
no response. When it's
They had
bad,
moved some stuff and then moved it back. So that was.
I'll talk to, Scott, and we can work with the solicitor to kind of figure
Yeah,
out.
just, you see that a lot, you see that a sign, basically it's like no hunting sign, but for open space, this is open space, you just put it on a wood placard, drive a stake in the ground, this is it, that's, if they're encroaching, then they're gonna get a sign, if they're not encroaching, they don't get a sign, and then they can respect that boundary. Oh, how about that,
So
while we're over there,
we have the suggestion that, if there's costs involved with these violations, that those homeowners should pay those costs.
Sure.
So,
Well, that's you, you can't just impose a fine, only the judge can impose a fine, so you have to issue a summons to appear in court. That's the most the zoning officer or anybody in the township can do when it's a violation. It's send them a summons, they have to appear in court, and then the judge can.
They have to answer to the judge, what's going on.
So like the zoning officer, people, why is that still there? And he'll tell people, I've issued them a summons, they're gonna appear in court 2 months from now. And then,
Is that the direction that Scott looking to go, or is it?
I just don't, it's different when it's on somebody's private property and you, like, they have a junk car on the property. You tell them, you've got 30 days by the code, you've got to clean that junk car up. If they don't, then the zoning officer issues them a summons to go to court. If they haven't cleaned it up by the time the court date comes, then the judge would issue them a fine, and that'll continue as long as they keep the car there. So with this case, though, it's not like the zoning officer can go to the public works and say, you're allowing these violations to come on your property, because it's the property owner that is ultimately responsible for the violation. So if somebody encroaches into the township has a couple options. You can take that person to court. I guess that's where we want to go. Or, well, I guess there's 3 options. One, you try to take the property owner to court and see what happens, but I think we need advice on that from Tony Drolis on whether that, the solicitor, on whether that's the move to make. Second thing is public works can go in and just take it out. The third thing is you give them one last warning, so within 30 days, public works is taking this stuff out. So there's 3 options. Which one is solicitor? would
The
say
third
for
option,
that?
that's where a sign would come in handy, where a
Right.
sign here, this is open space beyond this point.
But if you go to court, then you're paying legal fees, like right now, we're gonna pay Tony to
Right.
get into it. So there's no cheap way to do it.
No, I know.
Even if Public Works does it, it's not cheap. Somebody's got to install them signs and things like that.
That's pretty cheap.
Sure.
That's pretty cheap.
Put the
Just
sign.
have to whack it off, you don't need a chainsaw, those things are like that.
Or
Anyway.
pull them out, but give the property owners last chance to go out and get them off there. And then you're sending a message that no one's gonna do it again, but if, say he wins in court. what
How can you win?
I don't know. You could say.
That's why I'm
how
trying
many,
to.
is there 6 properties that?
There's
is-
4, there's 4
Four of them?
properties. Right.
But what I worry about more than
people-
him,
Only 2 people have, I guess, merchandise
Structures.
on, one is a structure, one is actually
The apple trees?
apple trees.
Have they been contacted directly other than a letter, like a phone call or?
I did not.
Not good.
No, I don't think they know, no one was at that, never.
It was sent certified? How can you ignore that?
He's a lawyer.
Oh, really?
probably not bring it down to court.
No, we probably got free expenses, you know.
But, I don't know, as far as the play structure, I think the township just needs to go in and do that. Just pull it down, get the guys and pull it out of there, whatever you have to get that out of there. And then,
remember us saying like in March, well, it's been a really long winter, and they couldn't have done it even if they tried.
If you took pictures of it, they
Yeah.
sent those pictures.
And it goes to, along with the maintenance of the property, if Public Works is back there cutting the grass or doing everything, they're a presence, you know what I mean, it's not just Wild West out there, you know what I mean, so it's, they'll see Public Works cutting the grass.
But does anybody know for sure where that property line is?
No, I
I
don't.
found the survey, and I
Oh,
gave it
good.
to Pete Clifford, and I had him,
I'm
he
not,
has one of those wheels with
yeah,
the measure, and he measured it out, and that's the way he's trying to do it.
Right.
The only thing that I'm being afraid of is, are we sure, because it probably have to have Jim Rodman or somebody go out and measure
Exactly.
that property line
Exactly.
to make sure where
This
the
is-
property line is.
Right.
Is that who would do it?
Yeah,
Along
we'd have
with-
to have the township engineer.
right, and unfortunately, that's a cost that would have to go into the expense
Maybe it
of
would be
the
that
people who
expensive.
actually did that, and who actually did the encroachment, because that's not, we wouldn't have to do that if it wasn't for the encroachment.
Right.
So,
But you can almost see what the line is, and that's what everything is.
Exactly.
What if it's off? That, what if sometimes it
Well,
was maintenance,
right.
what if better went over the line?
if the property next door is 80 feet deep, and his property is 80 feet deep, and you see the offset of the one's cleared an extra, 40 feet, and you know something's fishy. You know,
Have you seen the property lines from the hunt to know that they all are equal, or all,
Yeah.
right, and that's what.
Will you have a plat now?
but you can't,
I've always did that.
you can't go on just what's on the piece of paper, you gotta have a stake,
Right.
the engineer's gotta put a stake in the ground for the
There were
delineation.
corners already placed by the surveyor.
Well, they should have been before it was
Individually.
placed when we bought the property.
Right,
I
right.
would think, but I
There should
don't
be
know
another
that
stake
for
with a
sure,
yellow
because
pattern.
it wasn't handled like a regular, where we went out and surveyed it and did the estimates or the.
I mean, the
Appraisals.
original subdivision, doesn't each homeowner have
Oh,
corners?
right, for the hunt.
Right.
Right, they should, but
Trying to find
Are
them.
they all,
Yeah,
are
the
they all,
developers have
are
got
they all
it.
pins now? Are they all pins?
I don't
No,
know.
They should be rebar pins,
Yeah, so they should be.
But they can pull them out, though. I don't wanna go over there and start looking at that, because basically, it looks like you're going to his property, looking for a pin.
Surveyors do that all the time.
You can, but,
Some wonky options.
instead of
You
being
know. I walked over there one time, and the kid, one of the children was playing in the backyard. I just walked close to it, and the kid, and it's like, Mommy, someone's in our backyard. I don't wanna have somebody come out with a shotgun and start shooting. I mean, you don't know what's going on. If they're legit, they're gonna wear a flak jacket and, surveyor thing, they're not gonna get.
Well, I worry about all those things, but the thing I don't want to happen is, we accepted $4 million from Green Acres.
Exactly.
And we would not, and we would enforce
Exactly.
our agreement with them, and that's what we're not doing, and that's what.
And I would sure enough bet you that one person cleared out a little bit of open space, moved in, and the next guy moved in. They did all four of them didn't get together and say, let's clear out some open space and move in. One probably.
It's happened all over.
And it does happen all over.
On Peston Creek.
And it could
we had
happen
a problem out
in
there.
more places than we're seeing too, without.
But the thing is, you handle it as quick as you can, it's like graffiti or something, you
Exactly.
gotta get it right away, and that's how the only way to do it, so.
And how long have you been on this committee?
Pardon?
How long have you been on this committee? 2 years? I'm sorry.
I got two 250-foot long tapes.
You gotta measure for the front yard,
We can come from the center line of the street back to,
Yeah, on whose
Go
property?
from the barn.
you walk on the property. I would walk on the property. Pete Clifford with us? You
Okay,
and Pete Clifford
you
walk on.
gotta get Pete Clifford, because I'm not gonna do it without enough time.
I'm his supervisor, and I can tell him we can go up.
There you go.
He kinda,
We'll get the
He-
city's colored T-shirts. We'll all.
maybe
We'll look like a crew.
when I spoke with Pete, he wasn't real amicable at all.
Well, because he doesn't know what to do just yet, there's no
Let's go talk to Pete.
guidance or whatever. Well,
It's gotta come from somewhere.
yeah, it's gotta come.
Didn't you just say that,
You
Mr.
said the
Commander
manager
said that
Right.
he was gonna tell Pete to go ahead, he had some authority to do it? Okay. It's enough for me.
I'm happy to go with the township official, but I'm not gonna do it without.
No, you should.
That's
It's not your thing to enforce.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they know who I am already, because I go by there every day.
I'm just more afraid of Green Acres coming back to do their inspections every 2 years,
Yeah.
and this, they wrote us up for that 2 years ago.
Did they already write it?
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh,
That's why I said,
let's get that.
in the letter that I sent out to them, I said, Green Acres, an inspection of Green Acres revealed that we are in violation.
You guys are all settled in, Pete's available. He's somewhat retired.
But it got, somebody from Public Works should be there too, because it's Public Works property.
Sure.
And Pete, I think it's gotta be adjoining.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's gotta be Public Works, maybe even Recreation, because that's what Green Acres
Do-
reports to.
Do they need a metal detector to try to find these stakes, or what do they do?
I don't think we need to find those, because we have the survey of the Benner track, and there's points that they can measure back from the barn if they
Right.
had to.
Well,
Be
the
nice
barn's
to
too
find
far
those
away.
pins, and Public Works has metal.
You gotta,
They find
you gotta
water
walk the
pipes.
center line of the street like I'm saying.
Right, you can't go across the waterway from the
Well,
barn.
some-
You can, you just need an engineer to actually triangulate it.
No, okay.
Okay, well, we're available, so just.
I had hoped the letter would convince people to just take it off there, but obviously, not used, usually we send a letter 95% of the time, people just.
There's still activity on the other side of the trail now too, where they're mulched in all their, apple trees on the other side of the trail.
Are you kidding?
They planted half a dozen apple trees on the other side of the trail
Are you
and
kidding?
mulched them in.
This is recent.
Well,
This
within
is
the
spring.
past month, yeah, this year.
So it's got that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, it's just, that's what
Is
I
that
mean,
the
it's sat
way-
around since last
Is that
year.
the lawyer person?
I don't know who was doing it, I didn't see anybody doing it.
But is that the household of the lawyer?
Yeah, it's directly behind that house, yes. And, you know, it is open space, but it should be a natural area. What's gonna happen with the property over time? Is it gonna go back to a forest again, or because they don't cut any of it?
I don't know.
There's
A lot of
already,
it's supposed to stay natural.
yeah, there's a lot of gum trees getting big in there now too, so that's the first.
Well, that might have to be a decision the township makes as to whether they want it to be a meadow.
Or back and forth, yeah, we'll eventually go.
What's the opinion of this group about that?
No idea.
Probably mixed, it probably should be, a tree line and then meadow. It'd be a nice buffer between the houses, if you have a
There's
tree line along the
a
house.
certain logic to let that back meadow go in succession, go in the trees. Maintain the path, maybe widen it or whatever, that would be nice, a woodland path. And then, but where Q is, I would love to see that at the meadow. Meadows, they go into succession if they're abandoned, so there's all those meadow birds and plants, wildflowers, there's no place for them. I mean, you're artificially keeping it in that, by plowing it.
And Barbara, that's something like when I talked to the app about, to see if they have any recommendations on what, just like they did with the lake study, or whatever, maybe that's the way to decide if I can make a recommendation.
Okay, I guess that's it for new business. Any comments from the public? Over to you.
No, thank you for having us, though. Wonderful meeting, good information.
I do want to just add, I should have thought of it when we were in the new business. Thursday, up in Trenton, assembly, well, there'll be the Keep It Green group that was organized because of the Green Acres running out of funds. The Keep It Green group has been active for 2 years trying to get legislation passed for a stable source of funding. And Thursday, up in Trenton, they're going to have a Keep It Green meeting at 9:30. And then, of course, going to try to convince the legislature to pass A 130. If you're interested at all, I can forward you an email from Keep It Green that I just to at least read about it.
I think you sent it out there.
Okay.
Just for.
That's good to know.
It's, yeah.
Very good. Okay. I know you probably didn't.
He would have been on the
You should
list
on the top, you can
about the meeting change. He would have been on the list from Debbie for the meeting change.
Oh, okay.
He just hit reply.
Perfect. Thank you.
Can I revisit the top, we're about ready to adjourn. The Slow Creek yearly, more money coming out. Yes, okay. Seems to me rec could lower the hammer on these people and say, you gotta clean up. You don't clean up, we don't give you your, whatever, a license, whatever they give, the
There's
pass.
a lot of sports clubs and stuff like that that have these events.
Yeah.
We actually were just talking about this yesterday at our council meeting. One thing that was brought up was the potential of putting recycling receptacles. So there's a lot of the problem is people have bottles and they don't want to throw them in the trash, but there's nowhere to put the bottles, so that could help alleviate that. Maybe. But
That's a
another
good
thing,
idea.
and another thing is just to, like, kind of, something we've done in the past and needs to kind of be brought back and re-encouraged is to tell the sports team, you know, to encourage their players, everything that you bring, bring back to
Take it
you.
with
Like,
you.
if you're going camping, you know, or camping, everything you bring in has to come back out. So it's a lot just about communication and reminding people how important that is. So it is on our radar, it's something we're
Mhm.
And it's part of education, because you know, we had Morristown Day on Saturday, what a gorgeous day that was. But I was at the Sustainable Morristown booth, which happened to be right in front of the community house. And it was mid-morning. And then lo and behold, we looked out at the lawn of the community house. It was totally littered with water bottles. Just half used, all over the place. And it's like, what happened? Well, the runners in the Rotary Run did their run, and I guess they finished there. And as part of their ritual, I think they feel like, I worked so hard, I ran so fast, I could just throw my water bottle. And it's the culture that, oh yeah, I can just toss up in the air
Someone else
because I
will take
worked
care of
so hard.
Someone else will take care of it.
Right, but it was it really surprised me.
I'm
But it's a
surprised at that too, because they usually runners are usually more effective at that too.
But it was, yeah, so it's a cultural, it was just more education. Even though, I'm proud.
Sports people aren't as big about carry in, carry out. You know, hikers are usually carrying, have no problem carrying, carry out. You know, earthy people, they, but sports people are usually just, someone else's problem. No offense if you're a sports person.
We'll keep working on
Okay,
it.
any other comments and,
Right.
yeah. You're adjourned.
I'll be off next week on vacation. If you need me, for anything, I'll get right back to you soon.
Do you think we'll be hearing from Pete before then, or